Hey guys, how's everybody doing tonight? So I'm just coming on here earlier, so we have our live stream tonight. We have Tom, the CEO from Felix Smart, that's going to be coming live with us tonight. So I thought I'd just jump on quick and just remind everybody that we'll be doing our live show 9 o'clock tonight, Eastern Standard Time. So how's everybody doing tonight? I'm just trying to see if I can see all your chats here. I don't do this enough on here. So the tank's doing pretty good. You guys can see it right now. Soon got to feed the guys. Everything's filling in pretty good. I don't know. I can't see the chats. Oh, there we go. Insane Reefer, how's it going, buddy? Just trying to get this set up here. Try to do some more of this right now. If you guys chat, can you guys... there we go. Insane Reefer, how's it going, bud? I shipped out your stickers for you, just like you wanted. So while I got everybody on here, if you guys want to ask me questions. So I'm just coming on here just a little earlier, just do a little pre-game chat about the show that's going on tonight. I don't usually use this YouTube Live too much, so I thought I'd give it a whirl. For some reason, I'm not seeing the chats here. See the one. Oh, there we go. How do you get your hands to some of those stickers? Well, just you can go hit me up on Facebook, or you can email me at ryan@farmboyreefheroes.com and send me your address, and I'm happy to send you guys out a bunch of stickers. That's not a problem. Fish only. Hey, how's it going? Not sure how to say your name. I don't know why this is not showing up here. Can you type your email address in here? I don't know. I'm trying to use my phone. My phone tonight. What's up? Hey, T40 Reefer. How's it going, man? Hey, Hey, Joe's. Looking forward to the live stream today. Yeah, should be a pretty good one. It's been a wild week for controllers. You know, you got the Coral View new Hydros that just came out. You know, and now we got the Felix Smart. It's pretty cool. I can actually show you guys here. I'm running it on the Hulk. You guys see it over here? So that's the Felix Smart controller. It's pretty cool. It's got the green on there. So pretty much it matches with my tank. So yeah, it's been a great controller so far. So good. I've really been enjoying it. I have it running my Kalkwasser. This is a lot different on the phone. Not gonna lie. What's up, Insane Reefer? T40. How you been there, T40? I see you posting around sometimes. The cam is what I really like. Yeah, the camera. Here, just let me I'll take you over here. You can see the camera. I gotta clean it off a bit, but got a little bit of algae on it, but it works pretty good. See, that's the 360 HD camera right there. That's pretty cool. So it's one way with that camera, you get to see, like when I'm at work, I can actually just check in on my tank and it works pretty good. If I could see all these chats that are coming in here, it'd be awesome. See, that's what you just working on a lot. Hospital orientation room starting to get busy. Well, that's cool, T4 Reefer. Keeping busy in these crazy times, eh? I don't know. I got to figure. Oh, the tank is filling up nicely. Yeah, it is. I picked up a few different new corals today. Got the different ones on the sand beds here. All the Zoa gardens are, yeah, well, there's a little bit of algae on the camera. I got to clean it out, but you can actually still see pretty good. It's one of those things. So is everybody tuned into the show tonight to check out the Felix Smart? Thanks, T4 Reefer. Yeah, it's coming along nicely. Since I've turned on the calc washer, I've been really working with the pH on Hulk here. I've been trying to keep it at a constant 8.3. It's been going pretty good. I'm dosing about 1,500 milliliters of calc a day. So it's really been picking up. Oh, geez. Getting some political posts in here. Oh, boy. Yeah, so the calc washer's really been bringing up my pH and keeping it stable. Hey, Anthony, buddy, how's it going, man? Hello from the UK, how's it going? You checking out the show tonight, Anthony? Good man. Sure will. Awesome. Make sure and have all your questions for tonight ready. Been trying to figure out what controller to invest in. I'm so stoked. Yeah, there's so many different controllers on the market now, right? You got the Felix Smart controller. I've been testing that one. You guys see it right there with the light. So it's been working really awesome, and that's what the live stream is about tonight. You got your Apex, you got your the new Coral View that's coming up. Anthony, you're on the Hydros wagon, are you, buddy? So I get the live stream, got the green screen, everything getting all set up tonight. This is my studio where you see everything that takes place here. Yeah, are you gonna get that? I have had my reefing going for about a year. Half the rocks are covered with black slime. I have one puffer, zoanthus, and mushrooms. Yeah, sorry, it goes by so fast here with the comments. It's hard to check them all out. It's a lot different on this live. Yeah. It's more affordable. Yeah, it's more affordable, but Anthony, but go and do the math. If you, by the time you check out, you got your controller and add up all the components you got, you're still looking into there about the same price for the Apex. How do you kill algae? Algae, well, good cleanup crew. I dose Genesis Polyp Lab bacteria daily. It's just a couple drops, keeps the bacteria populating your tank. It's a very good tool to help take out that extra nutrients. Plus with the Genesis, it gives your corals actually a food to eat after like a biofilm. So if you get some Genesis and dose weekly bacteria, it really works on your tank. No-pox? Yeah, I've used no-pox before, Anthony. It works pretty good, but be careful. Sometimes don't overdose it. Sometimes I find you get like a slime going on. You dose half, yeah. Yeah, it's strong stuff, that no-pox. It works pretty good. I used no-pox probably a couple years ago, but then I switched on to the Genesis from Polyp Lab. Been really enjoying that. It's been working really well for me. Like here, I'll take you guys tour. Like I don't have like any algae, like no algae problems at all. Sand bed's nice and clean. These little diamond gobies, these guys are awesome. They keep my sand so like nice and white. You lost 80% of your coral. That's not cool. Like all these guys are doing awesome. The Duncans, but yeah, like good cleanup crew. I'm a big believer in the Mexican turbo snails. They're pretty awesome. But these diamond gobies, man, they really keep things clean. Like if you see all my rock, like all the coralline algae starting, and that's from the algae barn, the helix and stuff that I dosed in here. So it's really taken off. But all of that, like, you know, the SPS, they're really starting to color up nicely. You can see the tips on it. Got a few different ones going on here, all along the edge. Still little babies, but they're growing. They got the rose bubble tips up there. So yeah, everybody's doing really well. But yeah, like bacteria is one of my biggest things that I like to dose on my tank. Makes a big difference. Thanks, Anthony. Yeah, the tank is coming along. I got a shipment of some Acros that are coming in. They're next, so hopefully I can finish them off. I still have the other side of the tank to start adding more corals. This one here, I'm on this side of the tank is the peninsula, is where like my couch and where I sit all the time and view my tank. So it has more corals than the other side. If you guys have any other questions, I'm happy to help. Got you on the big screen now. It's better than appreciate the tank. Thanks, St. Reefer. That's awesome, man. Yeah, it's coming along pretty good. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. It's been a journey with the Hulk. It's coming along well. Parameters are all in check. How's the Alcatronic? Alcatronic's doing well here. It's right there on the wall. I got my studio light going on here, but yeah, it's doing awesome. But yeah, that Alcatronic is one of the best tools I think I've ever gotten. Being able to see that DKH the Alca reading out all the time. Corollary algae on the front glass has to get it off. Yeah, just get yourself a scraper. I use sea urchins a lot to keep a lot of the coralline algae under control. I buy Watchman Gobi. What does it eat? It arrives in a few days. Watchman Gobis, they'll eat shrimp, pellets, anything else that you feed your tank. They'll eat the same stuff as everybody in your tank. Gobies are usually pretty easy to do. They just do their own thing and they'll eat and scavenge around your tank. But that's a cool, Watchman Gobies are pretty awesome fish. Not a problem. Well, this is pretty cool answering your questions on here. I usually just do the live stream stuff, but I'm excited to see hear from the CEO of Felix tonight. It's going to be pretty awesome. Going to learn some stuff. It's been past couple weeks. It's all been about Coral View and different controllers that are coming out on the market. Bicolor blending, cool as well. Yeah, bicolors are pretty awesome. Cheeto or Miracle Mud or for your refuge. I run both. I have Miracle Mud in my refugium since I started the Hulk. It's nice. The Miracle Mud gives a little spot for pods, different little critters to dig down and burrow in because it's so fine. It's definitely, and plus it helps regulate your pH in your tank. So the Miracle Mud is a really good thing. The Cheeto is good for pulling out your nutrients that are in your tank. I run a Pax Bellum refugium reactor and a refugium because I want a place for all my pods and everything to populate for the Hulk to be able to feed on. So it's good to run both in there, and I usually add a bit of a little live rock because as you can see all the pods and all that crawling all over the rock gives them a place to breed and to live. So it's good stuff. How can I do to have more microfauna? Well, one thing you can do is it Reef Bright? You can actually add it to your tank. Reef Bright has it. It's called what's it called? It's called bugs, reef bugs. So it's a fauna that you can actually add to your tank. You should check it out. It's pretty good. Like I was saying, if you get the Polyp Lab Genesis, when that bacteria eats, it leaves like a biofilm, and that biofilm is almost like a fauna. It's like it's a fuel source for your corals to eat. Would you have the one that wasn't for the wrasse? I have that might eat the pistol shrimp. Yeah, you got to be careful with a few different of your wrasses. I pretty much keep all the calm ones that are in here and the ones that for the pest control. I try to stay away from the ones that'll eat anything like crustaceans or shrimp but usually it's like a lot of time they won't eat them because, you know, the cleaner shrimps and stuff clean them. It's different if they died. Usually they go missing. You know what I mean? You guys are asking some good questions tonight. How you good colors at corals? How do you get good colors at corals? Okay, when it comes to corals, it's like you want to make sure and keep your PO4 low and your nitrates in check. Because the more PO4 you have in your tank, the more the zoolothanales that live inside the coral skin and cells, when you have more, it absorbs it, so those zoolothanales get like a darker color. So what happens when the corals are darker, it doesn't leave that pigmentation of the coral through its skin. So like myself, I keep my, like an ultra low system where I keep my PO4 low, and that gives it so the skin texture of the coral and the zoolothanales is very low. So it shows that pigment of the colors coming through the skin. So that's why I dose like aminos and stuff. So I want to make sure that my corals are getting the food and energy they need, but I'm still keeping the all the nutrients low in my tank. So that's what really brings out the color in your corals. Turn your, how's this? So when you guys remember, I showed the video of the two rose bubble tips up on the arch. They're still there. D, if you're watching, they're still up there, buddy. So they're doing really well, and I just feed them up there and keep them all happy. I got about 56 fish in here now. It's hard to really tell that there is things. What is the best tang? Hello, hey Scott Morrison from Scotland. Nice to meet you, buddy. The best tang, I really like my yellow tangs. They're pretty awesome. That foxfish right there, he's a good for algae control. The purple tanks, any of the purple, yellow tangs are they're a very great tang to have in your tank, the personality wise, and they usually get along with everybody. I got 5 purples in, or 2 purples, 5 yellows, the fox face. Everybody gets along. And plus I got 2 blue tangs over there. They get along with everybody. They're pretty cool. I got the anthias. I try to do a lot of mixture of like a different kind of community fish and schooling fish. I got 9 chromies. They're pretty cool. They work pretty good. A couple file fish. Well, not file fish, but whatever. I can't even remember the name of them right now. So yeah, oh yeah, I got the new Flamingi tang. He's doing really well. If you guys seen from my last video, I'll show you right here. He's doing well. Where is he? Try to catch him. The guys are all hungry. You guys can see they're all hungry. They know who the boss is. What kind of chromies? I had 6 and made it through quarantine. Very aggressive as hell. I just have the normal, the blue chromis. I have about 6 of them. They've been getting along well. I understand what you're saying. Like they're very aggressive. So yeah, usually sometimes, but I found it like in my big tank, it's not a problem. But some of the smaller tanks, they pick on each other. They always pick one out. Show us feeding the fish. You want to see me feed the fish. But your chromis, yeah, sometimes it can be difficult to keep in pairs. They'll just single one out and pick on it till they kill it. Yeah, I didn't like being in a 5 gallon. Yeah, 5 gallons is probably not enough room for them. Very nice fish. They get massive and large. Yes, they do. The Flamingis? Yes, they do. Let me see if I can get something here for you guys. I could just throw a chunk of seaweed in here. I got some rods, food seaweed. They go crazy for this stuff. Upgrade to a 40-gallon quarantine? Yeah, I have a 60-gallon quarantine that I use. I got some, we'll just throw this in here right now. Let me just turn this around. I'll just hand feed them here for you guys. Let's see if we can get them. They're getting a little skittish. They love this stuff. I don't have no algae clip. Half the time I just throw it in there, give them some exercise just to go with it. I'm just gonna let it go and they can fight over it. Play tug of war. See, they love just going after it. Gives them something to do than just sit there and pick at that clip. Where'd it go? We're over here. What kind of anthias are those? Those are the Bartletts. A little bit of a feeding frenzy going on right now. Do you find aggression a problem with lots of tangs? No, I haven't had any problems so far. Everything's been good. I added all my yellows, then I added my blue tang, and then I added the purples, the fox faces after. The fox faces, I have 2 different kinds in here, and they had a little bit of aggression, but they figured it out. So I'm a big fan of tangs, and they're pretty awesome fish. See, they're still going at that. Yeah, insane reefer, they did right there, buddy. I'll zoom you in. Don't they look good? Looking really good. Look at, uh-oh, is that another one? What quarantine process do you use? So I have a 60-gallon cube quarantine tank in the basement. I leave them in there for about 28. I feed them, just make sure I don't see any disease. Keep it pretty simple. I have soft corals. How do you know that you? Sorry, I missed your comment. Do you mind repeating it? For some reason, I can't see the comments that go by. So they love going after this seaweed. I do treat copper. I still have some of the good stuff that you can't get anymore. And I do add that, and I do watch my copper levels. It's good to get yourself a tester. You still happy with the scape? I thought about making changes in the future. I'm happy about it. I like the way the arch turned out. I did switch this end down in here a little bit. I added this new piece. I built a couple other little arches that are still outside that I'm gonna be placing in here. But yeah, things have been going pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. Like this arch is cemented in so well, it is not going anywhere. That thing is about 3 feet by 2 feet in height. The Hannah copper tester, yeah, it's good to make sure and test that when you are dosing. So they just blew, they were pretty much just blowing through that. Well, while you guys get in here, I'll feed them some pellets too. That looks awesome, man. Plans on more tangs. Yes, I want to get a couple other tangs. They're going to be my last ones I get because I did really, the Archelatus tang, a couple show tangs. So while I got you guys on here, I got Cobalt sent me some pellets to try. They like this stuff. I've been feeding them this as well. So let's see, we got them going on this stuff. Just toss them in there. So they're going to go after that. So they left the seaweed, it's floating around, but it won't last long. But they're right after all the pellets right now, digging between the corals. But it's going pretty good. Like I did all these, the Zoa Islands here. I did a bunch of those, and they're really starting to spread. I kept them all on their own little islands. This way I can place them around the tank, or if I want to frag some for friends, it's easy, because I don't want them getting onto the main structure where all the SPS and Acros go. Like some of these Acros are really coloring up nicely. Like I got this one, just a little frag, and it's been really like the purple and really the green on the ends is coming along. This one here is really taking off. It started as a frag. So everything's coming along pretty good. So yeah, so that was some of the fish eating there, and then that was some of the seaweed stuff. They're pretty much hooked on that. I feed seaweed probably maybe a couple times a week. It's more of a treat for them. And I feed just a lot of pellets, and I feed the meaty foods and stuff a couple times a week. I don't like feeding too much, just keep the nutrients down. None of them anything randomly attacks zoas. No, I don't have anything picking on my zoas randomly. Everything's been good, knock on wood. Everything's been pest free. I'll probably say that now and jinx myself. Sorry, last question. Is that tang related? I promise, love. Do you have any looming fears? Sorry guys, I'm trying to read your comments here, but it only keeps it on the screen so long. Can you mind asking them again? I don't feed as much because they graze on the rocks. Yeah, agree. I only feed them. It's like you said. You want your fish to do the job, keep all your rocks clean, and that's, you know, keeping all that any kind of hair algae or anything on there. Just give me a second here. I better plug my phone in. It is going to die. I have several zoas. The field died off, came back, died off, and then I added about 45, looking awesome, and then died almost. Yeah, that's strange why your zoas are dying out. You want me to show you my sump room? Yeah, we can do that here in a minute. Yeah, I would re-dip those zoas, you know, get some Coral RX or something. Do you have any fears of the tangs getting ick, as getting sick and having that many? No, I don't have any fears. Everybody's getting along pretty good. I keep everybody healthy. I run my UV sterilizer 24/7. I try to be very cautious on everything that I do with my tank. So hopefully all you guys tune into the live stream tonight. We got Dee on there and Sean and Beeves, everybody. We're gonna be seeing the new Felix Smart controller. Feed heavy, don't fear ick. Yeah, it's about right. What is my favorite fish? I don't know. I don't know if I really have a favorite. I pretty much like them all. Tangs are big ones that I really like, and wrasses. I have 12 fish, and I let the rest of them die or some kind of disease. When can I add more fish? Oh man, disease. Yeah, it depends on what it is. If it's flukes or velvet and stuff like that, you're looking a good 60 days before putting anything in your tank. That stuff is nasty. That's why it's good to always quarantine, guys. There's too many nasty disease going on around right now. Sorry for all the questions. Looking and taking the plunge into marine, always wanted to keep tangs. Yeah, it's an awesome hobby. Definitely jump into it and don't be fearless. You know what I mean? It's a way to learn. I'm a koi keeper and learn a lot from you. Oh, that's awesome. I used to build ponds and stuff back in the day when I was on my farm. Always digging ponds and raising koi. I love koi. One day, hopefully, do another koi pond here at the new house. Koi are awesome. They're still working on that. Still working on that seaweed. Look at them. Hey, Claudius Reefer, going pretty good yourself. Koi are the best. Share our koi life. For people who don't quarantine their fish, it's just sometimes to get their fish roomed in trusted sources. Yeah, very true. So some stores will actually, some stores you can pay a little extra and they have the quarantine fish already for you. So that's definitely a bonus. I've dealt with a few of those stores before. It's definitely handy because they guarantee them quarantine and no disease. So you bring them home. So hopefully they did what they said they were going to do. Any more questions? Soon got to jump off here, guys. Get everything ready for the live stream tonight. Do our testing. I really just want to say thanks to everybody that follows me on my channel. You know, I've been doing it for a few years, and I greatly appreciate you guys following me and following all the crazy things I've been doing. I got a lot more videos to put up. It's just been so crazy busy. Just for last, the wife saw me watching this and said, I ain't getting a marine tank, too much money. Well, tell your wife that you only live once. You need to get a reef tank. They're awesome. That's good, man. I hope to stop by and building. Well, thanks for stopping by, Claudius Reefer. That's awesome. I'm glad you enjoy the channel. I really appreciate you guys. You know, if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be doing all this fun and crazy stuff. It's the best hobby we have here, and this is pretty fun going live with you guys. I should try to do it more often. What controller is everybody running on their reef tanks? Apex, yep, nice. I run the Apex as well. Yeah, no problem. The tank is looking really nice. Came a long way. Thank you. We're not done yet. Now we just have years to grow this baby out, and I can't wait for all my Acros and stuff to really branch out and look like a really full reef. That is the plan. Nice, Claudia. The colors are looking good on the corals. Everything looks happy. Thanks, Insane, man. That's awesome. Do I have a mandarin in there? Yes. It's in there somewhere. My phone's about to die, right? Unplug it and go show you. I just need to learn some better coding. I have a massive dual chamber calcium reactor. Nice. Yeah, it's pretty easy to set up. Just set up your melting points for your reactor, right? Through your, and then plug in your solenoid, and you have your bubbles all counted in, and your Apex can take full control of that. It's definitely a must, because I run my calcium reactor on here as well. And for the calcium reactor, man, it's not that hard to program. You just got to set your 2 points where you want to keep it at. You like how busy it is in there? Yeah, I love it. It really gives you that feeling of, you know, when you're in the ocean with all the fish. The tangs, they always keep on moving and they do their job. They're always eating. Especially, and having the wrasses in there too. They're great for pest control. Definitely a must. That yellow chorus wrasse that just went by, I got him as a baby. He's growing like crazy. That tank is sick, bro. Should take pictures every day and years and do a time lapse. I'm actually doing time lapses of all my corals right now and their growth throughout the day. So I'm pretty excited. Hopefully that'll come out really good. You can see it on the right. I got a blood shrimp and carina shrimp. They're just hanging out. And on the left side, another shrimp. He's hanging out. I don't know. Shrimps are all in the glass and How many more fish can you get in there in your tank? I can get quite a few. I got about 50, 55, 54 fish in here right now. Right now, I'm not buying any ones unless they're like really showpiece ones, like wrasses. And there's a couple other tanks I want to get, and then that'll be about it. First was my reef bot, failed me. Now it's the Trident. I still love the Neptunes. Yeah, I had the reef bot. I used it and tested it, and I sold it. It wasn't for me, and it wasn't being reliable, so I shipped it away. Do I have any sea urchins? Yes, I have a couple. So actually have a couple in here, and I have a long spine that's over here, tuxedo, and then I have one in my refugium as well. I put the one in the refugium. He's a pencil urchin, and he was driving me crazy. He was knocking off all my SPS corals off the rock, so he had a timeout. If you don't look at your tank, your coral will grow every quick. I know, right? That's the thing. I always call a fan of my friends come in. They're like, "Whoa, those corals have really grown." I look at them every day. I'm so obsessed, and it's hard to tell if they grow or not. Which one do you prefer, the Watchman Gobi or 6-line wrasse? I really like I like the Watchman Gobi. The 6-line wrasse, they can be real assholes. They're very temperamental. I probably won't put a 6-line in here, but I definitely have Watchman. The controller I use is Sensei for the temp. Plug control, hand testing. Nice Drew 312. Archilicious tang are one of my favorite. Yeah, I'm going to be getting one of those. The Archilicious tang is going to be one of my last fish to get. Yeah, so yeah, there's a lot of fish moving around in there. Got a lot of different biodiversity. I have fish for every job to keep everything healthy in that tank. What about a gem tank? Yeah, I definitely like to get one of those. Before you go, what do you feed your Acros? I feed my Acros Polyp Lab, Reeferoids, Polyp Lab Booster, Polyp Lab Plus. Polyp Lab Plus, I feed that when all the lights go out. It's a nutrient source for corals. It works pretty good for coloring them up. So yeah, that's pretty much what I feed them, plus mysis and stuff like that, that in the water column the fish don't eat. So Reeferoids, I've been using Reeferoids for 5 years, and those Polar products, they work really good. I got some here, I can show you. Have you guys not used Reeferoids before or anything like Polyp Lab Booster? The Polyp Lab Booster is full of aminos. That's really good for your corals. I've been dosing a lot of aminos lately, and I'm really finding the corals are getting very vibrant since I've been doing that. Do you not worry about the Gobi jumping out of the air? No, I don't worry about any of my fish jumping out. I got a Euro brace on my tank, and it shoots at 6 inches out into the tank as well. And a lot of the fish too, is when they do it, they get spooked at night when they're sleeping, and that's when they flip their lid and they try to jump out of your tank. But me having that 6 inches Euro brace around the edges, they hit the glass before they jump out. Is the Polyp Lab Booster for polyp extension? The Polyp Lab Booster is for, so what you do with the Polyp Lab Booster, before I even feed my Reeferoids, I add a few drops, and what it does, it gets all the corals, all the snails, everybody in the tank get that feeding response. It gets the polyps to come out so it's ready to receive the reefroids. I got some here. Let me find it. There's the booster, and let me see here. I'm going to get some booster. Yes. Yeah, this is the Paul Blood booster here. This stuff, I've been using this stuff for 5 years, guys. Every time I get it onto a product that works for me and I love it, I stick with it. I'm not a big jumper of different products. I always see people posting all the time, try this new stuff, try this new stuff. Well, I use what works, and then that's the Polyp Lab Reefroids. I've been using that 5 years. Like, you can tell from like all the corals and all the colors how well it's been working. So I don't, you know, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Colors in the fish really enhance, I've noticed, at least. Oh yeah, like, you know, even when the way you feed your fish as well, for sure. The healthier they are, the more vibrant they're gonna be. So definitely, yeah, this is great stuff. I always feed this before I end up feeding any of my coral food, and it just gets them all ready to take in the reefroids. So tonight, our topic right there is the Felix Smart Controller. Look at that shrimp. He's like hanging out, just checking out that. Does your PO4 spike when using reefroids? Reefroids sparingly. Nope. I don't have any. I don't have any spikes in PO4. I keep my PO4 on the same track all the time. As you guys see, I have no LG issues at all. I see a lot of those posts, like you just said there, buddy. I'm not a believer that it spikes. If your system can't handle any nutrients, you don't have a nutrient exporter. Yeah, if you're not following the directions correctly. Feeding reefroids, as I feed mine on Sundays. What flow rate do you run your UV sterilizer? That's a hard one to tell you. I run it like on a medium flow. I don't have anything to really tell you how much flow I'm getting through there, but the slower the flow going through your UV sterilizer, the more time the UV has to react on any disease or bacteria or anything that's bad for your tank. So definitely slower flow, the better UV is going to run. But back to the reefroids and PO4, I have no issues. I have like my Chado, I have my Pax Bellum, I have my Refugium, I dose my Genesis, so I don't have any problems with PO4. I'm pretty sure a lot of that is just nonsense.